been about 4 or 5 weeks of practice with the guys. What's it been like so far?
It's been great. Fifth year of college basketball. Coming into college, didn't plan to be 5 years, but yeah, it's been cool. Have awesome new teammates. Everybody are locked in for the same thing. Everybody's trying to chase the 9. Everybody's putting in the work. So it's been very fun.
How's it been like? I guess just practicing so far under Coach Pope. I know he, I think he tried to recruit you a while ago. I think maybe each stop along the way he was in there. What's it been like actually working with him?
Yeah, I mean it's been. Yeah, I was like, man, screw it, I'll just give him the chance, right? But no, it's been great. He's the whole staff. Honestly, I'm not only giving credit to Coach Pope, but like. The whole staff is just everybody got so much knowledge and experience, and it's just it's awesome to be like a student of the game. You know, it's you learn every day. You go to practice, you know you're gonna get better, not only on the floor but also mentally, learning some new aspects of the game that you never really have even thought about it really. So it's been super fun. Like I said, I mean, Coach Pope is obviously very offensive-minded, but so it's fun to shoot the ball a lot.
What's been the fun factor there? It seems like, especially for a point guard, this is from talking to Lamont and some of the others. It seems like a really entertaining way to play, I guess.
Yeah, it's you're not like in a square, you know. It's you make your own reads with your teammates, you know, depending how the defense plays. You don't have coach screaming at you on the sideline saying run horns down, horns up. It's literally everything is reads, and yeah, like I said, like we're trying to shoot the ball. Like we really are trying to shoot the ball, and guys are putting in the work, extra hours just staying in the gym shooting threes because we know that's going to be a big part of our game. So it's just. It's super fun, especially when you like to shoot the threes. And I don't know how our bigs are holding up because, Amari's got to do a lot of rebounding work, but he's doing great. So it's fun.
How has the transition been for you going to a style that, like you said, with more reads as opposed to like set plays? Has that been a tough or easy transition for you?
I played similar style in Arizona with Coach Tommy Lloyd, so it's been kind of good throwback, I guess. I had great years at Arizona with the same style, similar style that we played there. So it's kind of just reminding yourself the stuff that we used to do there. And but yeah, it's fun.
How much does it help coming from the Big 12, where obviously Mark Pope, Coach Feger, and Coach Brooks also coached? How much does that help, and how much does that play into your recruiting?
Honestly, once Pope called, it was a no-brainer. I had a school kind of made up where I wanted to go, but then when Coach got hired here, I kind of had to hold it back because I was kind of hoping for that call and play for Coach Pope, and obviously this special university. There's no place like that. Yeah.
What was your perception of Kentucky before you got here?
Sorry, what does it mean, perception?
I mean, what did you think of Kentucky? What did you know about it? Why did you want to come here?
Oh, basketball school, big-time basketball school, rich history of basketball. Coach Cal, Coach Pitino, like this. These names are big time, and what they've done here, and more coaches that've been here. It's a special place, and the fan base, obviously. I mean, you don't even realize, how much people care here about basketball. Me and the guys were walking downtown the other day, and we had cops coming up to us. We were like, cops, this. It just shows how much like people know about basketball, how much they care about basketball. So it's like it's super special. It's very special.
Has that been kind of a
basketball guy like you? That's got to mean a heck of a lot.
No, yeah, and obviously there's a lot on our shoulders. We wanna win for the community. We wanna win for the state. We wanna win for our teammates, for the coaches, for everybody. So a lot of is gonna be on our shoulders, but but everybody's excited for it. Everybody's up for the challenge, really.
Any standouts in practice that you've noticed so far? Any guys in particular that are maybe better than you thought or anything like that?
I'm not very big on putting individuals out there. I think as a collective we're doing a great job. Everybody's, if I bring up somebody name-wise, then it's like, but he's also somebody else is doing something good. So I'm not very big on bringing out names, but I do say this, that guys are working hard. Guys are wearing the Kentucky jersey with pride, and this is super special.
Was there any difference in you being the transfer portal last time versus the first time? Did you use anything from that first time around, this past one, or were they kind of the exact same in terms of how they unfolded for you?
I think a little bit different, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to win. You're trying to win big, and you want to go to the place that you think that's best for you. It might not always be, but you don't know that before going through the experience, right? So, but I'm thankful for every moment that I had. I had individually, I had a pretty good at West Virginia. Collectively, could have done better, but it's a new chapter for them, for me, and I'm excited for it.
Before he left, did you get to know Trey Mitchell at all?
Yeah.
So did you ask him about coming here and what his experience was last year?
Yeah. We a little bit talked. He said, that it's a little different breed here.
That's what he said.
Yeah, a little different breed. That it's that you can't walk out, like guys take photos of you. So it was like, he was giving me some info for sure.
This is a team unlike most in America, where the roster's brand new. You guys are new to each other. You're trying to learn each other and be teammates. What's that been like?
I mean, it's challenging, but that's why we have the summer. I think it would be, because if we didn't have the summer, it would be super hard. But I think we've done a tremendous job. The coaches have done a tremendous job just trying to glue us into one fist. But in the end of the day, we play for each other. Like I said, we play for the state, all that stuff. So if the common goal is the same for everybody, it should be pretty easy going. If you got guys who, kind of start thinking about themselves more, or think that they're better than the team, then you might have some problems. But so far, honestly, I mean, I'm really freaking pumped to be here.
Other than on the court, what have the coaches, if anything, what have they done off the court to help you guys bond?
I mean, they've given us, but some not guidelines, but some activities, whatever. But in the end of the day, we got an old group, and everybody knows that you win most of the games off the court. You really do. Just the fact how guys like each other, how somebody's problems in life, how when to support somebody. So this stuff is super important, and it goes into winning a lot.
It take that long. I came in late, like I was saying. I don't really have an English accent, but kind of trying to understand each other. That was the only thing. But we make jokes out of it, so there's not really much difference. We don't really see it when we try to bond. So I think that's a good thing. So.
What's the best part of this team you've seen so far that stood out and said, wow, I don't know if I saw that coming? What was that? What is that?
I would just say how quickly we bonded. That's one for sure. I feel like, we're week 6. I feel like we're closer than, like I said, anyone else would be. And then I would just say, they say we have a group of older guys. We got a lot of younger guys, but the younger guys, you wouldn't be able to tell who the young guys are in practice. That we all just mold so well, understand each other and move the ball. So I think just having that kind of sense of, we're all the same, we're all the same age, kind of, even though we're not. I think that helps a lot. So.
Those of us here in Kentucky think Trent and Travis are pretty good shooters.
Yeah.
What's been your impression of them so far when it comes to shooting?
They're great shooters. I didn't, like I said, I've seen a lot of great shooters in my 4 years of college, but we're doing a shooting test this week, and Travis is going, back-to-back days, making 100 out of 100 free throws. So just doing that and seeing how many threes he makes is crazy. And Trent's in my group too, and he does the same thing. Every time you walk down, he's shooting in the gym, got managers with him. So I feel like as two guys who have never played college basketball before, never an official game, they're two of like the hardest workers so far. So I'm, glad to see what they do this year too.
So could they do anything to help you guys besides just shoot the ball, or is that enough?
I mean, Travis, well, both of them have like a role to when they come up screens to keep the ball alive, and was actually doing it today. And both of them are really good at decision making. So, just knowing that they can find you when you roll, just things like that. Even on defense too, I feel like they're being effective. They probably wasn't the best defenders coming in just because of they felt like they was young, but now that we got the ball rolling and everything, you wouldn't be able to tell, and they're doing a great job of that too. So,
what does that mean for an older guy like you to see younger guys act mature, and you don't have to, don't do that, but I don't have to tell them anything. They're already mature beyond their years.
Yeah, it makes everyone's job easier. So, just knowing that they know what to do and they got the confidence to do it, I feel like it goes a long way. So, yeah, it makes everyone's job easier for sure.
Does it kind of motivate you sometimes when you hear somebody say, well, I know he's a really good defender where he was.
Yeah.
Now he's coming to SEC with all these athletic bigs. He's going to really have to adjust.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of that? Does that kind of motivate you, or you just ignore it when you see it?
I mean, I knew as soon as I entered the transfer portal, that's going to be, wherever I went, that's going to be something we spoke about. So, just proving to everyone that I can play at this level, that's something I always want to do, something I got in the back of my mind every game. So, yeah, that's something I'm going to stick with for sure.
What is the best part of your game? If someone sees you for the first time, they say what about you after watching you?
I would say defense and passing. Those are the two things. Those are the two things I kind of prided myself on the past 4 years, especially, roles are always going to change in a team. Like, my roles probably changed this year than it was last year, but I feel like those two things are constants and something I can always do at a high level on any team. So I feel like those are the two things that stand out. So.
Did those two things kind of come naturally to you, or is that something you kind of had to really work at over the years to get to that point?
See, that's the thing. I feel like my first 2 years, coming in as someone from England, I really had to kind of find a way to find a role in the team. So defending and being able to pass the ball at a high level, I feel like that's a role I wanted to fit. And from then, you just build confidence, build trust from the coaches, and then that's what made me the player I am today. So those are the two things I stuck with at first, for sure.
Did you go through the NBA draft process, right?
Yeah, I did.
What did you learn from that, and what was the feedback that you got from some of the front office people?
A lot of it was shooting, I would say, and just basically proving that I can do at the level I'm at now. There's a lot of great bigs in this league, especially in like any of the teams that are playing in non-conference too. So having that challenge of defending them and just going up against them offensively too would be interesting for sure. Something I feel like I can do. So.
How good is this team defensively from what you've seen? Because it's easy to talk offense.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk about that. But have you seen this team can be, at least the grassroots part of a defense that can lock down some people?
Yeah, I think we're underrated defensively for sure. That's something that people are kind of overlooking. We've got, myself and Lamont, two defensive player of the years in their all conferences, and then we got a lot of guys who, even though they don't have the awards, they're still great defensively and still take pride in that. So that's something that's, kind of molding as the days goes on, but we're doing a lot better at it for sure.
So how physical are you? We keep hearing different things. How physical a player are you?
That's a tough question to ask. I feel like the recent years I wasn't really able to show physicality because I don't want to say the league was different, but it was different because you back down the big twice, they're going to start calling charges, or that's something that teams did a lot to me in the past in the CAA. So going to the SEC, they say they don't really have them kind of cold. So hopefully, I'll be able to be a lot more physical than I was in previous years.
So is there anybody on this team that can kind of knock you around?
We're all physical. I feel like, even the guards, we do a lot of dribbling from the perimeter too. Ortega's physical, BG's physical, just guys like that. I feel like we're underrated physically just by looking at it. There's a few videos that came out and stuff, but it's something we're doing day by day, especially with having Randy down there in the weight room. He doesn't take it lightly on us, so that's going to help us over these next few months.
You talk about going up against the bigs on other teams. What about where you asked about going up against Brandon or even Andrew? What's that been like in practice?
It's been great. They're both two physical guys too. Both played at a good conference, so going up against them guys every day is just going to help all of us get better, really. So, yeah, it's been good.
Amari, you were the first one to commit to this team. What was kind of the picture from Mark Pope, given at that point there was no roster? You were the first guy.
Just the fact that it was Kentucky, you know. His offense at BYU when he was recruiting me there was great. So I just felt like I had the trust in him that he was going to build a great roster too when he comes here. And that's exactly what he did. So
was it a little difficult, even with all that, to say, hey, there's no one here yet, like, I'm going to be the first one? Like, was it a little bit difficult at all?
I mean, I want to say I definitely thought about it, but it couldn't have been too difficult if I committed on my visit. So
that's right.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard of a decision, but yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
I'm sure Pope laid out a plan of how he was going to build the roster. Do you remember kind of what that vision was that he had, and has it kind of panned out how he thought?
It's actually crazy because a lot of the guys he told me on that visit sitting next to me in the locker room, so it worked out well, I guess.
If you're shooting the three really well, you might want to get a few more of those. You might want to get less of those. Definitely want to make sure you get free throws in when you're tired. But it's just kind of a mixture. Like if you have a practice and you got a lot of a certain type of shot and you're not feeling great about it, say you missed a couple of them, you might go in and get 50 extra of those. Just kind of feel. I feel like at this level of basketball, we all have a good feel of what we need to work on. The coaches do a good job of kind of guiding us towards that. The managers, they watch every single practice, watch every single rep you get. So they're not going to be easy on you. Like if you miss 5 corner threes in practice, they're going to call you out and be like, hey, let's get in the corner, let's get some shots up today. So yeah, it's just kind of just going with what you feel that day.
Does coaches tinker with your shots at all?
I wouldn't say tinker with the form. No, they kind of know that we can shoot the ball, especially just we've been doing it so long. There are little things, obviously, like holding the shot, getting your feet set, stuff like that. Like basic mechanics, they might tinker with a little bit, but no, they do a good job of coaching, but not changing, I would say.
I know a lot of incoming freshmen struggle with having to get the shot off a lot quicker.
Yeah,
than they had in high school. It seems like you've always had a pretty quick release.
Pretty quick, but yeah, definitely trying to get it a little bit quicker, and they definitely help with like drills and stuff with that. The managers have some great drills as well to help me with that, but it's kind of the motto is keep the shot the same, just make it quicker. So.
Travis, is it different not going home with the coach every night?
A little bit, yeah, it might be a little bit different. Whether it's a good practice, bad practice, whatever it is. This time you're going home by yourself, you're going into your room. So yeah, you don't have to worry about it carrying over. But then also you kind of miss it a little bit. You wonder what he'd be saying after that day. But no, it's fun. It's a good change. It's fun to play for your dad as long as you can. But then it's also good when you get to this level to kind of work under a guy that doesn't have to worry about going home with you and kind of take it a little bit easier. Yes, sir.
Amari and Kerr both
talked. Doing where you hear your dad's voice immediately.
There's a few. I mean, a lot of just the stuff that Coach Pope talks about in the confidence side of it. He was always big on that, not just with me, but with everybody on our team. Like he trusted you to take a shot if you're in the game. He knows that you can make any shot that's out there. So that's a big part of it, the confidence side, and also just playing fast. Like we love to play fast. Coach Pope was talking about taking 35 threes a game. Like that's something that sounds awesome and sounds like I'm sure my dad would love to do that at the high school level. So that's one of the things I think really relates as well. Yes, sir.
Amari and Kerr both talked about how you and Trent are coming in and basically they feel like you guys are acting as veterans. Is that, I guess, certain mentality you just carry, or you just coming in to learn and it just happens to come off as handling yourself very well?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say a little bit of both. Definitely the mentality side. You got to come in, even though you're a freshman, you got to compete at the highest level. Know that every rep's got to be your hardest. Every rep you've got to try and beat the guy that you're going against, not let him score, whatever it is. Just try and take that veteran mindset in there. But like you said, just coming in, knowing that you can do whatever everybody else on the floor can do, but also learning from them. Like you get to take a couple reps off, learn from what they're doing, and so then that makes you a little bit more knowledgeable going into your reps. So it's kind of a mixture of both, just the mindset, but also getting to learn from them it makes a great combination.
This is a team unlike most others in America with a brand new roster, brand new coach, all the outside pressures. How vital is it to build the chemistry you guys are working on now, on and off the court?
It's extremely vital. I mean, it's no secret that our goal is to hang number 9, and that's not done without having a good team chemistry, having a great bond. I think that bond comes from wanting other guys to do better than yourself. Like if you're just wanting yourself to do good all the time, the team's not going to do good. If you want other guys to succeed over you, that really goes a long way. So I think we have a good understanding of that. And also the coaches do a good job instilling the little things. Like we have so many little things that we hit on every day that really lead to championships, and that's something that's huge for us as well. Just being good teammates, being good guys, learning from each other, competing for each other, and just wanting to win above all else. I think we'll work out a lot of things for us, and chemistry goes a long way in that for sure.
Have any of the older guys kind of taken you under their wing, so to speak, or is with so many new faces that everyone's just kind of learning as they go type situation?
Yeah, no, I think everyone's definitely learning as they go. We're all kind of learning together, but also like these guys are really good people, good veterans to have. Andrew kind of sticks out for me. He takes me everywhere. We hang out all the time. We both love to play golf, so we get to go hang out and do that a lot. But also, like, if you make a mistake in practice or if I make a mistake, he'll come over and talk me through it. Lamont and Kerr do a great job of that as well, talking you through the mistakes kind of at the guard position. Jackson's played the BYU system a lot, so he knows how coach wants to play. He'll talk you through the little things that you need to work on. Really, I mean, these guys know how to play the game of basketball, but they also know how to kind of break it down for you so you can understand it and understand why you made the mistake or what you should do better next time, but also kind of build you up without doing it. So it's a great system that we have going on. I'll keep saying it. We have great guys, great veteran leaders. You couldn't ask for better guys to learn under.
Travis, I got to ask about, you mentioned with the Manders being able to track every shot. There was a tweet that went out to Gahan that you made 100% of your free throws on back-to-back days and like 90% of your threes in that span. How accurate is that?
That's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
accurate. I would say it's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a solid number. We had to have hit 100 threes or 100 free throws and 100 threes. So I had 3 days in a row. I got 100 out of 100 free throws. But yeah, it's just getting in with those guys, getting shots up, working on them, and ultimately trying to make them all.
Were you aware about that tweet and everything, and it going out and
I saw
being
it.
taken down for one reason or another?
Yeah, I saw it a little bit. Yes, sir.
So as you're in the 90s, closing in on 100 out of 100. What are the guys cheering you, or are they giving you a hard time about it? How's that working?
It's pretty silent. I'm gonna be honest. We
like a no-hitter, nobody's.
Yeah, no. The guy that's rebounding for me, he does a great job. I think he's almost more focused than I am. Like, I'll shoot it and I'll look at him a little bit, and like he'll get the ball and twist it, make sure that the seams are perfect. He'll bounce it back and I'll catch it and it'll be perfect. If I have like a close to a miss but it still goes in, he'll take a breath, make sure I take a breath and throw it back to me. Like he's really locked in about it. So it's great, like, to see that those guys are really taking it as serious as you are.
Let me ask you, I'm curious, how many of the 100 hit the rim?
Not many. Yeah, got pretty hot those days, yes, sir.
You do hear something about. I was to say, you do hear something about guys being in the zone. Are you aware when this is going on you haven't missed one, or are you just doing it so quickly you're not even really thinking about whether you made it or missed it?
No, sir. I'm definitely counting them.
Okay.
I'm a guy that has to count. Like, if I'm shooting for practice, shooting for a workout, I have to count them all in my head just to know, like, can't let the number start slipping. Like, if you miss a couple in a row, you gotta make 3 or 4 in a row. So it's kind of like a constant battle with yourself, which is really fun, honestly.
Is that the same reason that it's 27 steps from here? Like, do you tend to count like a lot of things? It seems like
a little bit, yeah. It's just fun, a way to keep your mind engaged, and just always be competing. Like, you're just competing in whatever you do, competing with yourself, competing when you're shooting with guys. Like, it's just a lot of fun to compete whenever you can.
When you step to the line, is there one thing you want to make sure that you're thinking, or you just clear your mind, or what for you? What's the key?
Yeah, I would say it depends. If you have a couple shots in a row that maybe you make them, but they're a little bit too far right and they're not perfectly down the middle, you might tweak a couple things there. But really, like, I've done so many reps at the free throw line, 3-point line. It's just trying to do the same thing every time, trying to almost be mindless about it. I like to allow myself maybe one shot thought, but that's about it. If you start getting 2, 3, 4 shot thoughts every time, you're more thinking than you are shooting. So I like to just kind of work with one thought at most.
Travis, did you ever